So this hurts. Yeah, got my butt handed to me on NRSN, right? NRSN. Ah, so I like to review my trades, and I'm going to review my trades on this stock and also a stock that I traded in the pre-market. And we're going to go over this together. We're going to go over why was I trading this stock. We're going to go over the catalyst, right? The float. We want to be in those stocks that everyone is looking at. High volume, up a lot on the day. Those really clear stocks. All right, so let's get into it. Before we do, hit that beautiful thumbs up for the video and subscribe if you're new. So NRSN was gapping up, had a beautiful move. This was up. I mean, it was up over 100%. The stock that I traded this morning was up 100%. So we're seeing momentum, and that's great. Now, before we get into the entries, we want to know, why was this stock gapping up? Well, there's news on it. So in order to get these stocks, these biotechs to really move, you need a catalyst. It's a lot better to trade a stock that has a clear catalyst. And this stock does. You don't want to be if something doesn't have news, the odds of it holding up is going to be a lot less than if a company does actually have a legitimate catalyst. So it had the catalyst. I was very comfortable with the catalyst. I liked the news. In my mind, that, was very nice as far as giving me confidence that I can get some continuation. Now, it obviously didn't work out in this trade, but you can see the stock is holding up nicely. Even though it broke down under VWAP, it's held up. So I guess my thesis on the trade, because you can obviously see by my entry, and I'm going to make this bigger. We're going to go over the entry in a minute, but you can see by my entry, I was buying a pullback on this one because I just wanted a move back up to this area, that pre-market area. That's all I wanted, was a nice move back, and it was trading in a range. Like I said, we'll get into that in a second. But let's check NRSN's float. All right. So we're going to go over here to float checker, NRSN, type that up. And you can see that the stock has a very nice low float. I mean, anything under 10 million shares, that's going to give you really, really nice moves. All right. The stock was at a good price. I like trading stocks, that are over $2, even though I've traded in the past 2 days a stock that was at, in the dollar area, which I don't normally do. But this was hitting everything. It's a former runner. We'll take a look at that too on the daily chart. It was a former runner. You can see these nice big moves on this low float stock. It was over the 200 exponential moving average. That's something I look for on the daily chart. So we have all the right criteria to trade this stock. For me to trade this stock, I have everything that I need now. The only thing that I need to do is dial in those entries and exits. It's all about the entry. And, taking 1,000 shares here, got stopped out, set my stop under that psychological, 2.40, set it at 2.39. And then we came back up to over my entry. Now, I'm always going to take a stop. This trade was 1 minute. All right. 1 minute. It didn't go the way that I wanted it to go. I got out of the trade. I don't know if this is going to continue to go down, and I'm certainly not going to hold it and hope. If it doesn't do what I wanted it to do and what I thought it was going to do, I simply will not continue to hold. So, looking at it on a bigger chart, and you can see my entry was on this red candle right here. So I'm just going to take this off so we can see it a little clearer. The entry was on this candle. I was buying, my buy order was at VWAP. I was expecting a bounce at VWAP. Instead, I got in, and when you're buying pullbacks, you have to expect that this can happen, right? This definitely can happen. But I thought, and it's all about experience also. When something breaks VWAP and comes back up, now this was obviously that front side of the move off the open because we got a nice move in pre-market, and this was that area that was going to be heavily shorted into. And I knew that. But we saw the breakout, pullback, came back up to it again. It was all around this area. So I did feel comfortable getting in right here. All right. Right here. This is where I got into the stock. And it immediately broke under VWAP. It happens. I just wanted a little push up. 1,000 shares just getting 10 cents. That's it. And this had way more than 10 cents. This could have bounced way more than that. And then I could have taken profit off, where others were shorting. I could have taken half off and then seen if we broke out. It's just not that type of market. So now I'm not totally upset with the thought process on this. Buying at the pullback instead of buying at the breakout, I think is a very good strategy. What I could have done better, and we're going to look at this on now a 5-minute chart, is that candle I got into was this red candle right here. So we had a green candle with a topping tail. That's not a great sign. But like I said, it was trading in this range, right? And then we got this next 5-minute candle. This is the one I got into. I was just looking for that bounce. What I could have done better is I could have waited to see how this 5-minute candle closed. But like I said, I was looking for 10 cents. I was looking for an immediate bounce off VWAP. Now that's a strategy. That's a play. Sometimes you will see that bounce on VWAP once it comes back down to it for the first time. And we didn't get that. So I'm not totally upset at this trade. Even though this was a big loss, I'm not really upset. These things happen. When you're trading, these things happen. You just got to let it roll off. So that was that trade. Going into my next trade, this was a pre-market trade on XRTX. XRTX. Saw a nice push here in the pre-market on a good catalyst. Positive top line results. All right. So we saw that move up. It did not last long. I got in. Let me see here if I could show the trade. Perfect. Again, I bought another pullback. I didn't chase and I didn't buy up here. I waited for that pullback to VWAP. Okay. That's just the way that I've been trading lately. Instead of buying breakouts and seeing them false breakout, I'm just buying that pullback, looking for that next move. And on this one, 1,000 shares in 1 minute, it got me just about $77. So, this wasn't a bad trade. I don't think that the other one was a bad trade. You have to be quick with these stocks. even though I wanted to, or I said I could wait until that 5-minute candle had closed, I may have missed the move. It's just the way it is. Not every trade's going to work out. So it feels like a big red day for me. It really does. But I did well scalping the micro futures. That was good, $100. 95 plus 35 yesterday because I was holding it. So that was a good trade. That was a $130 trade on NVIDIA. I was holding one put overnight, got it at the close. That was a good one. And then, like I said, XRTX was a good one. So, 3 winners, 1 big loser. All right, this was too big. You want to keep your losers small, but still plus for the day, just about $82. So I hope that this, helps some of you guys out. Like I said, hit the thumbs up. If you want to join our Discord, the link will be in the description. It's a great group, nice group of traders, bouncing ideas off each other, holding each other accountable, and we learn from each other. And that's what I'm here for, to teach. And if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I answer every single comment. All right, guys, take care.